Hello, welcome to Mad Ginger Customs. I'm Dave, and we do a couple things on this channel. We revive old cars, we build cool things, we do Jeep stuff, we do some welding, we do some tube bending, maybe teach myself to do a little sheet metal work. But today, we're going to do a tool review. I know myself, like a lot of people, don't have this massive budget to buy, the best quality tools that we can possibly get. So we get what we can afford. And a lot of the time, that is Harbor Freight. So today we're going to do a tool review on the Harbor Freight adjustable steel welding table. This was $89 plus tax at my local Harbor Freight, and I wanted something I can move around the shop. Now, do I expect to build a chassis on a table that small? No. But can I expect to put together the base of this stand that's going to have my shrinker stretch on the top? Let's hope so. So follow along, and I'm going to throw this thing together, and I'm going to give you some honest feedback on, really what I think, and is it worth the money? And we're going to go from there. So let's cut her open. It's like Christmas if Santa Claus only brought Chinese items. Actually, that's pretty true now, I think, which that's kind of sad. Not a lot of stuff made in the United States anymore. Should get back to that. Alright, so we're going to yank this out. Okay. So, initial reactions with this. Kind of scuffed up in the box. We don't care about that at all. Not a handle. Do not use to lift. I mean, they're lying, because you can. Liars. Now keep in mind, I'm not a professional fabricator, and I know a professional fabricator would have a several $1,000 true flat table, fixture holes. I get it. This review is not for you. This review is for people like me that can't afford to pay attention. So, oh, that fell out. Oh, that one too. Okay, that's loud. Okay, so this is the main part of the table. It does have, it's broke all the way around the sides, and the corners are welded together. They actually ground the welds down, so I mean, that's not so bad. It looks like it has some type of anodize on it, but looking straight down on it, it has a lot of flex. There's a lot of flex. Now, once you put it together, maybe that's not the case, but I don't know if you guys can see this, but if you look straight down on here, it does have a warp to one side. Not a big deal. This is, like I said, this is not a fixture table, right? Oh, I'm gonna clean up all this crap. Get out of here. Okay. There's instructions. We don't need those. Instructions are for people that don't understand things mechanically. Maybe I should save those. Okay. Okay, this is some, I don't know if this is powder coated or painted. We'll just throw it on the floor and we'll see how bad we scratch it, and then we're gonna know. Always use a razor blade when you're opening painted products. It tests the rigidity, it tests the durability of the paint. There's another panel here. Let's see here. Yeah, always pull a razor blade to your face too. You can't see that scar, but I'm an idiot, so don't do the things I do. All right. Now, this is unnecessary that they put that there. This is like a knob. Oh, it's a knob. We're gonna ruin that pretty much right here. Pull that. Oh, and we get to play the shrink wrap madness. How many times? Oh my God! No, we're cutting. We're cutting. We're cutting. There's a lot of hardware. Not really sure if that all is needed. Worst case scenario, we'll just weld it together. Some type of hinge assemblies. You know, as long as you got the box, like the picture on the box, you can pretty much put things together. I mean, except for like IKEA stuff, which that stuff is, you shouldn't have to ever work that hard for that kind of quality. Let's see here. I should probably put you on time lapse because nobody wants to watch me fumble with this crap. That was on my foot. Yep. We could do a review on Ariat boots next, and if they can handle me dropping stuff on my feet. The answer is yes. I'm not crying yet, and these are not steel toe. All right. So, what do we got here? Very thinly welded tubing. Let me see if I can get you in here. I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to do better. I'm not really good with a camera yet. Can you guys see that? How it's not very filled. And it's not welded around the inside where this foot is. It's only welded on this side. It's actually not even welded on the inside. So you have two welding points, one on one side, one on the other. Is that needed? Are these even straight? They do not appear to be 90 degrees. That may be something we can straighten out as we assemble. Possibly. Now, this looks like the hinge plate. It does look like it is coated, anodized in something. I'm sure whichever child did this is suffering. It smells. It smells like child labor. Ooh, yep, again, with the blade in your face. All right, there's this bag. This bag is ripped because I did that because I'm an idiot. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Let's see here. Couple yellow knobs. These are the locking knobs. And then another couple knobs with swinging handles. So those are also going to be locking knobs. Okay, moving back to this thing. I should bring you guys out here. There we go. All right. So, overall, it is what you expect. It is very thin tubing, very thin materials in general. Okay. So, we're going to go back to assembly, and we're going to look at this picture over here. Okay, so do we have all these parts? I'm not even really sure. This viewfinder keeps going off, and that's upsetting. So we have that part for sure. Okay, some bags. We might as well open up the instructions if we're gonna do a review, because what's always funny is these are always, because they're Chinese, they're always words spelled wrong or used in the wrong context. I do that myself, but that's not because I don't understand English, it's because I'm an idiot. All right, so important safety information. Assemble only according to these instructions. Improper assembly can create hazards. I would assume proper assembly will still create hazards, and if you guys follow along, you'll probably see that. We're not wearing goggles or gloves. I feel that that is not required. Safety third. Keep assembly area clean and well lit. Okay, we have neither of that. Keep bystanders out of the area during assembly. How, is this thing gonna blow apart and kill someone? That's ridiculous. Do not assemble when tired or when under the influence of alcohol, drugs, or medication. I don't know a single person on this planet that isn't tired. Weight capacity and other product capabilities apply to properly and completely assembled product only, which means if I sit on this, I am probably going to blow this into 1,000 pieces. All right, what else do we have here? Read entire important safety information section. We're not doing any of that. Okay, so we're going to put this thing together. Oh, the weight capacity is right here. Okay, so the table dimensions. Let me get you here because in case somebody wants to buy this, let me hit you on the viewfinder. Table dimensions are 30 by 17 7/8. The table height is 32 7/8, and the maximum weight capacity is 350. Okay, so if someone's looking to buy that, like I said, you're not building a chassis on this table. You may be able to use it to lay crap on, or what I'm most likely going to do with it, I'm just gonna, whatever tool is in my hand at the time, I'm gonna put down and forget that I put it on this table, and I'm gonna walk away and I'm never gonna remember that again. All right, let's, maybe we'll knock it on the time lapse and I'll put it together. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so this is the table all assembled. A couple issues right off the bat. This listing of hardware is incorrect on a couple different sizes, and a couple different bolts are supposed to be bolts with a hex head. Some of them had a Phillips head. I have a few left over here that don't appear to go anywhere. But with that said, it's fairly sturdy. I mean, you can lean on it. Well, not like that, but so here's the issue with its operation, right? So this has two plastic locks on the side that allow this to tip. Okay, let me get rid of these extras. Right, which is a nice feature. Like you can tilt it. That way you could lean over it or have it in front of you, you know, tipping the other way. And that's nice. With that said, this relies on 2 plastic knobs that basically have a hex indent in them and a bolt goes through. So you're turning the plastic knobs to turn the bolts in to lock it down from twisting. Assembling it, one of them literally broke. It just cracked. It's cracked in half right now. You can't put any torque to it, so 2 things will have to happen. You'll either A, have to disassemble it, remove the knob in its entirety, or you would have to just use the bolt head, which is okay if you're not adjusting this all the time. If you were adjusting this all the time and you're using these plastic knobs, this is a complete failure. You will not be able to do this. They will break on you. Granted, it is very cold in my garage. It's probably, actually, I got a thermometer. Let me check. It's 36 degrees right now in here. Now, 36 is cold, but I'm from Connecticut, so this is what it is here. So you can't use this in 36-degree weather. Do I think that would have broken in 80-degree weather? Yes, these are very cheap. So what I would do, understanding I want to use this, is I'll take that bolt out and I'll weld some type of knob to it, a piece of metal, tubing, something, just so I can turn it. I'm probably going to do that. Another feature which is nice, this has 2 end plates, one on the long end and one on the short end. So it has these knobs. These knobs are metal, right? These knobs are metal and have flip tabs, and you can loosen them and they will fold down or slide down out of the way. That's a great feature. So for an $80 table, the plastic knobs, not so good. Extra hardware that doesn't go anywhere. And the locking feature is poor at best. Could it be worked on, fixed? Certainly. Do I see this as a reason to not buy it for $80? No, I mean, you know, if you bought the steel to put it together, you'd spend more than that. Metal's really expensive right now. So overall, it's sturdy. Oh, that's Amazon backing up, or FedEx. I don't know if you guys can hear that. So I'm $250, and I don't feel like this thing's going to come out from underneath me. Now, a couple things to be concerned about or aware of. This top portion is held on with Phillips screws 4. They are 6 millimeter, okay? These are very, very small. Now, I don't think you're going to have an issue with that because you're not going to be pushing this table. There's no, you know, lateral force on the screws. But with that said, you know, could you come underneath this and just give it a tack? I mean, I bought it as a welding table, so obviously I have a welder. So I could come underneath it, give it a couple tacks on there. Couple other things, the directions are misleading in a lot of places on how it's assembled. It wants you to put the supports here on the outside of the turning units. It's physically impossible. They're either cut differently. There may be a different version of this where they do go on the outside, but this, you can't physically put them on the outside unless you spun these horizontal supports the other way, which in the instructions, it does not say to do that. So here or there, either which way, you're going to get it together. I mean, if you have any kind of mechanical acumen, you can absolutely assemble this in a short amount of time. I did it literally sitting on a floor in the cold, and I have no issues. Now, like I said, the knobs, I'm definitely going to fix. I'm probably going to do that today or tomorrow. I have a plasma table, so I can just cut out some knobs and I'll just weld them on. Maybe I'll show you that. But overall, for $80, I don't think it's a bad purchase. It's definitely going to help me out, and I'm going to make a video of teaching my wife how to weld. She's going to weld together. This is going to be our shrinker stretcher stand, and I cut a couple things up. We have a Evolution chop saw. I should do a review on that. Those things are awesome. If you don't have one of those, man, they go through metal so fast and so straight. Amazing products. So we'll talk about that. We'll also review these Harbor Freight shrinker stretchers. You know, we're going to be building this stand, so you can check back with us on a video for that. We also got a couple willet starts we're going to do. We got a couple fabrication products, you know, or projects, not products. And thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again.